fight winning, but on the other side now, the Justice have their own EMP ready. Sam's going to come out and try to silence the rest of the team. No abilities able to be used once your team is EMP'd. That's why it can be such a definitive ultimate. They have to win this one, though. 85% on the board for the Atlanta Reign. One more fight, they will take the first points of control.
Guido's got nano, so he can throw that on Janus as soon as he wants to go in. Yep, sure enough, that's going to be the play. Guido does find the kill on Dogman to kick things off. Pokpo trading back, though. Reign showing that they're not about to roll over in this, even if some of them do get hacked. It's not going to render the team useless, and the sound barrier committed by Masa makes it so that his team can hold out, and there will be nobody for the Justice to touch the point and keep this first map going.
Atlanta's a team that can be very emotional, winning games. They play better afterwards, losing games, they play better worse. So it's very important that they came out here blazing 100% to 0 on the first control point of Busan.
Does this, the fact that Atlanta, this is not exactly a home map for them. They've struggled tremendously on it in the past. Does that speak to the level of the Washington Justice right now? We're seeing still not that decisive confidence right in the plays. You know, you're changing heroes mid-map. That's not always a great thing.
Yeah, I think Washington really had a gambit that they wanted to try to run, but the problem is when you're running DPS compositions, that if you lose the first fight, you're so far behind. Then you have to switch and kind of give up a fight anyway just to get back even with a team that's not running the damage dealing composition.
So, looks like we will have a bit of a rinse and repeat here. Washington Justice. It didn't work out quite the way they wanted to on the first map, but they'll run this strategy again. Corey on the Widow. On that sniper, does get hacked, but manages to get out of dodge. And we will have Otto in the skies with the Pharah trying to deal the damage, trying to connect faces with rockets. The Reign are just hunting right now. They've realized that they've kind of cut some of the players off for the Justice here in these hallways, perhaps hoping to capitalize on it with a freebie. And yes, Guido will get overwhelmed. Dogman, however, will fall at the hands of Corey, so it's a 1-for-1 on the supports.
Guido's the first to fall again. That's becoming a troublesome issue. Washington very close to the cap there, but now Atlanta puts some defenders on the point. Corey gets himself another one. He's taken out 2 supports on his lonesome.
Oh, nice shot. That's going to get the DMEC on the D.Va. FRD immediately removed, and a headshot on a Baby Bay from Corey. That's exactly what he needs to be doing right now. If you're going to be on the Widow, you have to come up with the goods. And that's just what we're talking about. Second one.
Well, Washington is winning the fight, but not winning the objective just yet. Now they put bodies on there, and this is what we expected out of Corey. He's crushing. What's most impressive to me is getting the Moira twice. Moira is one of the slipperiest targets in all of the game. She's paper thin, turns sideways, and she might as well disappear. She's got escape abilities, and he domed them twice in a row.
Oh, no, exactly. Wall hacks are... Well, wall hacks. Basically, they get the infrared sight. They get to look through walls. That's the ability that Corey brings to the table. So that's going to make his job a bit easier here and make it a little bit more difficult for the Reign to find a way through with the damage that he can pump out.
And the Coalescence comes down, but when you're running a composition with all these DPS, the Coalescence is not going to be able to burn through multiple targets at once. They try to focus one down. Washington in a great position now. They've got EMP going. That is a third pick onto Dogman's Moira.
All right, Dogman is really struggling here. Nice shot coming in from Otto. Commits the barrage, finds a kill, and the Justice, this time it's looking much better in terms of performance there. Everybody's really coming up with what they need to be doing here. Corey really taking point, finding these key kills, and is really putting the Reign on the back foot. And Dogman's sticking to the Moira as well. It's not like they want to change up the strategy here on the Reign side.
Well, I mean, what do you switch to here? You switch to Ana, you have less mobility, you're still going to get shot. Zen might as well be target practice for a Widow. So I think the Moira is the best option. Corey's just performing at a very high level right now. Infrasight up again. This is the time for Atlanta to come back in. They've got Primal Rage. They've got some ultimates to work with.
Exactly. Pokpo's thrown himself into the back line knowing that he can go Primal at any point, but then Corey's still finding these headshots. Baby Bay out of it. We've traded him. But Otto is still here to try and keep the pressure up on the Reign, not let them get too comfortable on this point. Needs to be careful because obviously FRD is going to come charging at him every chance he gets. Corey still on high, though. Still looking for the shots. There's a body. There's the follow-up. Perfect work coming in here from Corey.
Not going to be enough, though, as the remainder of the Washington Justice do fall. However, at 90%, they are one fight away from taking this point and tying things up. Guido's going to switch off of the Ana. He died first again in that fight, but I don't necessarily blame him. The Mercy was so wrapped up in keeping their Pharah alive that Guido just never got healing, never got peel for himself. So that's fine. They will make wholesale changes here, even being one fight away. They had Barrage. I would have liked to see a Barrage, but I'm a big Pharah fan. So.
2 ultimates committed to this fight from the Reign.
That's fine. As long as you win it, and you win it like this. Erster, this is his best stage, his best map, I think. His Brigida on this map has just been ridiculous. He seems to understand the pathways and the architecture so well. Gets all of those cleanup kills. Changes come over from the Atlanta side as well. Dogman off of that Moira, going to go to the Zenyatta as well. Of course, Discord, so important against tank-heavy compositions. Discorded targets take extra damage. It's almost the only way to kill tanks. Babybeer's got EMP ready.
He's just waiting for him to commit to the point. Yep, sure enough, they peek out. 4 of them hacked on the side of the Justice, and that is going to be a 1 fight for the Reign. And the Reign now are starting to get into their comfort zone, 77% on the point. It's the Justice who need to start doing some damage to get these ultimates online. Otherwise, they're just going to keep getting forced back to spawn.
And you generally say that's not the worst case scenario because Washington was in no position to fight that anyway with no ultimates. But to get swept like that and get completely cleaned up means that Washington had no chance to even build their ultimates. Atlanta, on paper, should win this fight with a Sound Barrier and Primal Rage at least to stall.
And there it is. The Primal Rage goes out, Pokepo at the door, trying to play the bouncer. Looks like he managed to get 1 out of it as well, and he's still alive somehow, barely hanging on. Masa's going to commit the Sound Barrier. Only 3 get it, but it's still going to make it too much for the Justice to handle, and somehow the Reign have done it.
Giannis had to live there. He was so close to Primal Rage. They could have used it to stall out and get other ultimates online. Not the case. Reign will take map 1.
Excellent work on the side of the Reign. That's the way that they were looking to kick things off here. Baby Bane starting to come into his own, it seems, perhaps. The Justice, though, still a lot of work on their side, but the series isn't over. We'll be back in a moment with map 2.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here with Atlanta Reign versus the Washington Justice. Atlanta Reign, as you can see, currently in the lead. They've taken the first map in this series, Hex.
They're trying to snap that losing streak. Washington looks very good when Corey is in the game, able to play his good heroes. He did a ton of work on Widowmaker, I believe hitting 33% of his shots there on criticals. 1 every 3 shot was a headshot, and it was most impressive that his target selection was so good, picking out supports, especially a very slippery and small target in Moira that he got multiple times. Got Dogman's Moira. I like to see him try to stick with this. They weren't as good when they went back to just standard 3-3.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, we're going to Paris, where 3-3 is the meta game, the most effective tactic available game. So we could see some bunker compositions here, though. The bunker comp being you set up a big old gun. His hero name happens to be Bastion. Then you put an Orisa in front, big old shields. They keep everybody alive with the new hero Baptiste, who's got great utility in keeping people alive who are on the verge of death.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen here because Corey, Ark, and Giannis have been doing a lot of talking over on the Justice side leading up to the start of this map. So
you
see Corey with the communication there.
As we fly through Paris, this is the final point here. You have to capture the first point first, which is just behind the defensive team. Then you get your spawns move forward and you try to capture the second point. Very much like Control, except the points are different parts of the map. One team attacks, one team defends.
Let's see how they're going to go about breaking the bunker here. The Reign, when they see what they're going up against.
This is just scouting information right now. Sombra's invisible. She's out there, gets a good look at what the composition's going to be, and now they can make adjustments accordingly back in their spawn. Let's see what Atlanta wants to do here.
Well, when you go up against these bunker comps, Hex, like what is usually the chosen strategy? How do you go about breaking it? Because it is a bunker. You're going to have to deal with it at some point.
There's a lot of different strategies. You can get a lot of poke and shield break-in, which seems what they're going for. That's why you have the Hanzo here. He's got Stormbow, which fires off a volley of arrows in quick succession, can break shields very quickly. Get the Pharah in the sky to distract and maybe displace and poke people onto the ground with your concussion. But ideally, you want to poke long enough to get ultimate abilities up, and then your Sombra can EMP and then try to win a fight from there.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of mobility out of Corey here. He's getting close to tank mode, to be expected, and then you have to deal with Otto up here in the skies. Erster's going to go ahead and take to him as well, though, so we will have some Pharah on Pharah. But Janus finding the kill on Dogman's going to slow things down here for the Reign, and Otto just going aggressive. I like it.
Yeah, it's an interesting defense. Most of the heroes are pretty typical of a bunker defense, but now you've got a Pharah and the Mercy in the sky as well. To put pressure on the other Pharah Mercy, little dogfight in the sky, little Top Gun action, just to make sure that they don't get in clean and can do whatever they want. You put a little bit of pressure there. That way Corey doesn't have to deal with it. He doesn't have to deal with moving his reticle off of the opposing tanks, which he wants to burn down. So Otto's in this guy to deal with it. Atlanta, full-on changes here. They're going to run a traditional 3-3 composition with an added-in Baptiste.
Yeah, that shield is not going to last long, though. The stun, no, that's getting rid of the obviously the shield there. The lamp. I keep wanting to call it lamp because that's what the players call it, right? But there you go. Corey now going full tank mode, going to catch one point blank. Bubbles up for Baby Babe, but that's not going to save him. And there's Corey cranking out the damage, making it so difficult for the Reign to get in here.
Yeah, it really hurts to lose Dogman there early. Not only is Baptiste a great source of those utilities, the immortality field, the Frisbee, the lamp, as is sometimes referred to, also the great burst healing, but just really overall a very good healer. Uses healing grenades, heals up the team in giant bursts, so losing him early on spelled disaster for that push.
And you are just not happy if you're a Reinhardt and you have to walk head first into a bastion that's established. Your shield is not going to last long. And then you have to deal with Otto still up here in the sky. Perfect defense so far. Coming in from the Justice. An excellent decision on their part. One more would do it. Not quite going to connect.
They have very little to deal with Otto in the sky as in terms of damage to be able to put on him, so he's doing whatever he wants. More importantly, he's been so good at displacing them with the concussion blast from Pharah. Hits the ground, knocks everybody out of the orbit, and it just really throws a wrench in the gears of the opponent team's plan.
Yeah, the bongos are down as well, so these guys are just dealing massive damage on the side of the Justice. Hex, we're down to a minute on the clock now for the Reign. The Reign have been patiently taking punishment this entire time.
Right.
But they are getting some ults online.
The Reign need to die right now. Now it's coming in the ultimate phase of the game. They made some changes early on so that now, just now, they're coming on. I believe we might see a rally and then try to set up Dogman with his ultimate ability, the Amplification Matrix. That's a great way to crack Orissa's shields. If everyone's firing through, all of the projectiles, all the bullets get damage boosted, and that shield will crack very quickly.
Oh, perfect barrage, though! Excellent work from Otto. Gets right in over the top of them, nowhere to hide. And the Reign just ran into the blender. And what's worse is that Erster used his rally.
So you can try it again, but you don't have the rally. You're going to have Graviton up here. You may even Sound Barrier to initiate so you don't get instantly melted again.
Can they even get into
They're in a tough spot.
Can they even get in to touch the point here?
There's gonna be a
This is going to have to
concussion
go straight into the shield, right in point blank. Corey's here, ready and waiting. No Reinhardt now to protect you. And you've got an angry tank too, ready to just chuck him. There's one down, looking for a second. Corey doing great work right now with the help of his team. So much damage taken on the side of the Reign, and they need to stay on the point now. If they leave the point, it is over. FRD sacks himself, just trying to buy some time here, but that is going to be it. The cleanup is complete, and it's a solid hold for the Justice.
Best case scenario, full holds. They threw something at them they weren't expecting. Even with the Sound Barrier, the Bastion tore right through them.
That Bastion, if you cannot deal with him, he cranks out so much damage. We'll see how this turns out here after the break. ladies and gents. We've changed sides here on Paris. It's going to be the Reign on defense.
What's that say?
Recherché. They're, what is it? Wanted.
Wanted.
So, guys, remember, we will be back later this week on Disney. New York Excel versus the Philadelphia Fusion, 4 p.m. PST on Thursday. So be sure to tune in then. But don't tune out now. Keep tuning in now. We got plenty of matches coming up today, including a massive one between both Los Angeles teams on home turf here.
Well, we got a good one. It's very likely we're going 1-1 into the half. All Washington Justice can do on their offense is put 33% of progress onto the point, 1 tick on the point. And you know what? Guaranteed they can't lose. Worst case scenario, Washington's in a draw, so they're playing with, the term we like to use is house money here.
House money, exactly. Don't have to worry too much about the chips in this one. But let's see. Moving on over, we've got the Pharah in play again here on the side of Otto.
I love this. The Sombra's going to go all the way into the back and put pressure on the point. Now, someone might have to turn around and deal with her. She also could just stay invisible and try to get a hack and try to collapse with the Tracer play as well. Not working out perfectly as Hamster got hacked way in the back line. They're trying to come from all different angles, which is one way to kind of soft break a bunker comp.
You know?
If you're everywhere, they can't focus on the choke point.
Exactly. When you try and move together, that's one way to deal with the 3-3. Everybody's sticking together, trying to stay with the tanks. Here, however, I mean, at the same time, though, that turns into a bit of a sledgehammer, right? When everybody's moving together. Here, the damage is so split up and divided, it looks like the Justice is having trouble just locking down a kill to start things off.
Oh, they are sowing some discord, though. This bunker comp can't really set itself into a bunker. It's just chilling there. Giannis comes in with a great pile driver there, gets everybody out of place, gives his life for it. This one's not over yet. Urster might just want to take up residence all the way back on the point. A nice kill from Corey. Let's see if they try to resurrect it.
Guido really putting some pressure on Urster, though. He's not able to find a place to get comfy, and what a sleep on a Corey. He's not going anywhere but spawn. Dogman with the kill. Nicely done. Guido, this is something. He is definitely, not allowing Urster to get comfy.
But Washington has their mercy, whilst the other team does not. So they're still in a decent position heal-wise. Otto gets hacked. He's working on Barrage. I wouldn't mind seeing Washington just regroup right now. Regroup, let Sensum stay back there on the Sombra. You can come in with an EMP and Barrage. Nothing to block it. The Justice will reign, however briefly. You should get enough kills to be able to put some progress on this point.
I'm curious to see where Urster, I mean, that's the thing. Sensum right now is just keeping eyes on him, so they know exactly where he's playing from. Lots of info gained.
A Barrage, and then they're going to try to back into this room, and guess what? There's a Dragon Strike arrow available from Guido as well. They have the tools to win this map.
If you back into that room, and there's a Sombra with you, what happens?
Yeah, or you fire the Dragon first and get him out of that room, and then walk into the Barrage. There's a million ways to do it. Giannis dies early, though. He gets hacked and taken out.
That's going to end it. Or at least as far as this push is concerned. Still a minute 40 on the clock here for the Justice. They shouldn't be feeling the pressure just yet.
But that's a minute burned off the clock just by one death. But it can't really happen that way. Not ideal. And now it's a battle between the Sombras. Who's going to EMP first? It's critical.
Sensum's still in position right now. He's got good eyes here on Masa, as well as the rest. He can walk his way right out onto the point here and nail so many targets at the same time. But he gets spotted. Out of position now, has to back off, and this is still the go signal. Then quick kills coming through, right over the top. EMP thrown in here by Babybay, trying to stem the tide, but this is not going to be enough by the looks of it.
They got tank mode out. The Barrage is ready. There's the EMP. Giannis takes out his opposing number. Urster falls. It's all over but the crying as the Justice will take Paris.
Tying it up 1-1. They get the job done. And we are seeing another side here in Washington. It looked a little troublesome on the first map. They seem to be struggling to find their feet. But here, everything went their way on Paris. They've succeeded in tying up the series. And well, next we're going to get to hear what the halftime crew had to say about this.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile.
and the Justice are both still searching for their first win here in Stage 2, and we should be in for a great finish with things all tied up at 1-1 at the break. Welcome back, everybody. Malik here. I got Zoe. I got Sideshow here at halftime. Guys, so far in this match, I would say the Atlanta Reign are looking a little better, as well as the Washington Justice. This is really a close one so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, and we're seeing a similar theme from the Washington Justice, where their defenses have been their strongest portions. They actually played Chengdu a couple of times and got double full holds on the, when they were playing against that team, which is impressive for them. But they seem to have figured out the defenses a bit more than they have their offenses or their control points. The coordination's still not quite there on some points.
Right. Well, let's go to Busan, the start of the match. We had Baby Bay, who was popping off a little bit on Sombra. A lot of people have been, criticizing him for his Zarya play. He's new to the team. He's flexing into a new role here playing Zarya. I think it was good that he got away and played some Sombra there. It was really effective for him.
As one of our stats guys in the back said, Matt said, he didn't set the world on fire with his Sombra, but he got the job done, and I think everyone would agree with that. He did get a lot of openings for his team with a lot of good hacks and a bunch of EMPs as well. I think overall this came down to the rest of the Justice just not quite playing on the same level as, for example, Corey did, whereas Atlanta just kind of grinded it out. I don't think either team really outperformed each other here.
I mean, if there was ever a testament to the old mantra that it's not a team or it's a team game, there's no I in team, I think Corey kind of encompasses that. He's been playing out of his mind this entire map.
Corey wishes that it was all about individual skill, not about the team, because then he would have been destroying. This guy was unbelievably good. I mean, he looked good when he played in Contenders, and we heard that he's got a great Widowmaker, but this performance was very, very strong. Atlanta Reign, to be fair, didn't do a very good job of shutting him down.
They actually played as if there is no Widowmaker on the map whatsoever. So let me just jump into the air at every occasion I possibly can. Looking at you here, Dogman. And get picked off by Corey, who had a great game.
But to be fair, you actually do have to hit the shots when the opportunities are provided, right?
That's true.
Even if nobody presses
not to take away
I
from
wouldn't
Corey.
hit those shots. So Corey himself, fantastic performance. I mean, look at this. Percentage of Justice's final blows, 73.3%. Everybody else...
What do they call that?
That is a Fleta deadlift. That's named after the Seoul Dynasty player Fleta, who used to do this all the time when he was in Contenders or Apex team.
Right.
And Corey's doing the exact same thing here, just hard carrying the Justice when he's able to play Widowmaker.
You don't see that really often here in the Overwatch League. Corey straight popping off right there. But you know what? We're going to continue things with a little bit of a illustration from you, right, Sideshow?
We certainly are, yes. I've got an alt economy presented by State Farm to show you guys, where I'm going to try and break down something that we don't talk about very much, which is why teams don't often go for swaps. So here you can see that they're running a DPS-heavy composition, and the whole of Atlanta Reign goes back into the spawn and comes out on the triple tank, triple support, the GOATS composition. And here I've fast-forwarded. This is now only 10 seconds left on the clock. A whole 4 minutes has now been taken because of this shift, and Baby Bay's still yet to get his Graviton up. And this is one of the major reasons why teams don't go for these switches very often, is because it resets the whole of the ult economy. So here, Baby Bay, even though he gets his grab off in the end, it's overtime. Masses had to burn his sound barrier just to get to the point, and everybody on Washington just cleans up. And when you have these conversations about, okay, swap your composition up, see if you can make something else happen, see if you throw something else at the board, the reset of the ultimates is so huge for teams like this. And it's what the Washington Justice do well, is force you to make swaps to adapt to their play, and then just ruin you because they are ahead in the ult economy game. So whenever we're referring to stuff like that, ult economy, it's about how much one team has compared to the other. And if you never make those hero swaps, you never have to reset your ultimates, and you're always going to be in the lead.
Right. Such a whole meta game, ult management.
It really is.
At the end of the day. All right, so we're going in the second half, and right now it looks like it's pretty close. But what are the win conditions, as Bryn would say, for this next half? Would you say?
I think it kind of ties back into what you just discussed, the alt economy, the switches which need to be made. It's such a big trade-off. You want to change your comp to actually, counter what you've seen from your opponents.
Right.
Sometimes that is needed. So you have to take the risk and actually lose your alt economy in order to actually take a point. Like Atlanta Reign, the switches, if it all came too late, they couldn't break the bunker comp. They didn't deal with auto on that far. So I think they have to play a little bit more reactionary.
I think as well it comes down a lot to the Washington Justice and how good they are on their offenses. We know that this team can defend, and we know that they're going to be able to resist a lot that the Atlanta Reign throw at them, but can they actually put the meterage down? Can they get the payload moving? Can they capture points? Can they actually set a good enough time themselves to be able to defend and win off the back of that?
All right, well, I'll tell you one thing, Sideshow. One of these teams is going to walk out with their first victory of Stage 2. Who will it be, the Atlanta Reign or the Washington Justice? We're going to find out in just a bit. Stay tuned. They don't just play for a team. They play for every fan, every rival, every moment, every match. And when everyone watching expects the best, they perform with the best.
Welcome back, everybody, from the break. We're live here from the Blizzard Arena in Los Angeles, and the match that we are casting is Atlanta Reign versus Washington Justice, tied up 1-1. Hex, going into this now, we've seen a little bit of the talk at the halftime. We've also seen a bit of play now from the Washington Justice, but when they tend to stick to what the strategy is right now, which is go 3 tanks, 3 supports, it seems a little shaky. When they get to play a little bit wonky, I guess, stranger, damage dealer kind of comps, they seem to get a little bit more comfortable. What do you think?
I think that people don't realize how good Otto is. He's been buried on some bad teams for a while, but he's very good projectile damage dealer. You saw the FAR. He's got a very good Genji in his back pocket if need be. And the Corey carry came through on the first one. If you're Atlanta, you got to be very confused and a little bit distraught right now. They had a team huddle at halftime, able to get with the coaches, probably trying to calm down. Don't want to throw this one away to Justice, but Atlanta was a team that was very strong in Stage 1, surprised and exceeded all expectations. And to lose to the Justice without throwing too much direct shade on the Justice would be a disaster for Atlanta.
It would be a little bit of a black mark considering Washington Justice's current record right now in the league. But now we're going to go into the third map of the series, and now we get to see a different map type.
Let me try to do my best Zoe. Eichenwalde. Let me do my Midwestern impression. We're going to Eichenwald. That's exactly what's happening here. Plenty of different ways to say it. So Washington Justice on the attack first. Really hard to say if they're going to be sticking with this because the attacking team gets the advantage of scouting, very much like what Corey's going to do right now. Up over the top, see if he can get anything. Yeah, looks like they're going to stick with it just for at least a little bit. Atlanta Reign's defense, very, very standard. 3 tanks, 3 supports. One small wrinkle is that they're going to run Dogman on the Ana rather than a Zenyatta. Now, the Ana's really good against the Sombra because she doesn't rely on abilities for healing. When she gets EMP'd, she can still pump in heals and damage on the other team because it's her basic ability.
Well, already right under fire this time. They're not wasting it. Straight on top of Corey. Sansam and Guido out as well. So the Justice sent packing back to spawn. And the Rain, solid hold on the defense. And Dogman is doing a great job right now building up to his ultimate ability, the Nano.
Just pumps in all of that healing, all of that damage.
This is one of the things that we saw in the first map, though, where if Washington, they lose these fights so quickly, they're going to have trouble building up those ults. It seems like Otto is doing some good work in Corey as well, but the rest of them need a little bit more room to work with here.
The damage dealing compositions, ironically, tend to be slower than tank and support compositions because you're going to try to poke and poke and poke until you get ultimates up, until you get a serendipitous elimination on the other team that allows you to go in. But you can stay safe away from everybody because there's not a whole lot to deal with the people in the sky. You see a nano-boosted D.Va, not even enough to take down Otto there. So that's an ability they don't have going forward to use defensively. Meanwhile, the Justice damage ultimates are coming online.
Interesting decision to go for the Nano on FRD. Thought it would definitely be held for Pokpo so he could get up to that Primal a little bit faster and deal a little bit of cleave damage, but that was just not the case. Otto trying to shut the defense up into these rooms. They have to hide from the terror in the sky. Otto still here.
That is a very untimely death from Sansam. They were all waiting around for that EMP to come online because the EMP opens things up for your barrage, for maybe even an arrow in there as well from Guido, though he's a bit away from his ultimate. It's going to actually make the switch because his Hanzo was not doing a great deal. I would like to see them at least stay on the Sombra and the Pharah. They're going to stay on all of these DPS right now.
Yeah.
Infrasight would be great to set up where the team is, where's the ideal angle for barrage.
Exactly. Kind of hanging around the central tower here for the moment, Rain. But there's a massive hack. That EMP nails 5. Dogman, he was lucky. He dodged it, but the rest of his team got wiped off the face of the planet in the blink of an eye.
It's a combo we don't see very, very often, but it works very well. The Electrical Storm, EMP into the barrage, cleans up the entire team. Washington, no hesitation, is going to switch to a 3-3. Now, there's been a conversation recently of if you're doing very well on DPS, why would you switch to a 3-3 when it's not working? There are some maps and some sections of maps that absolutely dictate you must play 3-3. It's the only real viable composition. Second point of Eichenwald happens to be one of them.
So we'll see. Are the Justice going to be able to smooth out their gameplay, or are we going to keep seeing this happen where they get forced back to spawn? Rain have to be careful not to overextend, but because they got that rally, everybody's got a little bit of armor. They're a bit beefier, a bit harder to kill. Pokpo now straight into it, and he got the boost this time, so he is going to be trying to cleave. And he takes reduced damage as well, so he just makes him a bigger, meaner tank. And there we go. 1 kill followed up by 2. And the Justice once again stumble.
Atlanta's just going to hold right outside this doorway here, which is perfect, because even if you lose it, you're going to get another fight where a lot of teams traditionally held on, kind of a high ground or a corner ground on second of Eichenwald to get anyway. So they're just going to hold right out here. Graviton comes out.
Full cleave from Pokpo. That's bonkers. Cleaving everybody. That is the ideal situation for your Winston.
This is a pretty brilliant reaction from Atlanta, too, because they've been on these heroes much longer than the Washington Justice have. So, of course, they have ultimates. And rather than letting Washington come out and poke around and try to build up ults, they know the full sale changes just reset the ultimate economy, much like Josh was talking in the halftime. So they can win these fights with single ultimates, and they're doing just that.
Now the payload, the whole goal of this now second phase, they got control of the point. Now they have to push the payload. Justice, no progress whatsoever. They're just getting punched in the face now. So the Rain doing an excellent job. And once again, the Nano straight on top of it. No hesitation. Pokpo, no fear in his eyes, goes charging into the back line, looking to separate the team out. And there you go. That's what happens. You cut the healers off from the tanks. Those tanks aren't getting any heals. They're going to fall. And once again, the Justice have to reset.
The Graviton comes out from Corey, does grab a couple. There's no real cleanup there, though. Everyone gets healed all the way back up. Otto takes out his opposing number. And finally, they seem to be able to crack this aggressive defense here.
There we go.
Washington to put some progress on the payload.
Look, touch and go there for a second. Dogman got a high-value nade on everybody caught in that grab, so it's just so much healing, but not enough to outlive it, and the Justice get the job done. And they finally get to the door,
Yeah.
Hex. This isn't even the point. They have to wait for this door to open. More valuable time getting bled off the clock.
The castle door takes a while to open. But that's why I really like that aggressive hold, because you see where they're set up now. It's where a lot of teams would hold anyway, either top or right down doorway. And now your second fight is happening where the first one would have. You almost lose nothing by trying to hold very aggressively there on the defense.
Oh, now we've got a primal Winston going in. Self-destructs, just everything getting thrown into the fight on the Reign side. 2 kills here. And the Justice, once again, back to very familiar ground at this point. All the way. Poko body blocking as well. The delay on Otto. Not letting him get back to safety.
Speaking of delay, there was very good defense on the first point, which unlocked the payload to be pushed. Now, we are nearing only 30 seconds on the clock for the Washington Justice to put more progress on that payload. And again, Atlanta with the suffocating defense.
Oh man, Otto, where is Otto hiding? Because he got pasted there. Will get topped up again. Solid, and there it is. Crab goes in, Poko waiting to see. Bubble is nearly coming off a cooldown, but he already loses Baby Bay. So that's 1 player down here for the Reign. Justice keeping it together. Guido will survive, and that is going to be it. The unlocking kill here. Pokpo, FRD, the cleanup is there, and the Justice can finally start making some progress, but now they have no time left. They have to stay on the payload. If they lose it the next fight, the map is over.
The payload will stop, and then we'll see if they can defend even better than the Atlanta Reign's defense has come in. However, that last fight for Washington was very good. Only had to use the Graviton. They have a lot of good reactionary ultimates available. Baby Bay nearing his own Graviton Surge, but they have defensive ultimates and a Transcendence from Guido and Arc Sound Barrier to be able to do that.
Well, there's the Trance leading it up, keeping everybody healthy on the side of the Justice. Janus is going primal as well, so he'll be knocking people exactly out of position or off the map. There you go. Baby Bay gets the grab up, but there's no follow-up to it. That's not going to help things here for the Reign.
Big self-destruct over top. Finds Arc.
Where was Arc? There's the grab thrown in by Corey. Erster now going to be singled out for execution. He's gone. And so the Reign losing out after such a strong defense earlier on. The Justice are now making some serious progress.
It's just baffling how you lose a Lucio to self-destructs like that. Sometimes self-destructs can be hard to track, though, and they do hit you behind walls that you think are sturdy when they are not. Last brawl incoming. Atlanta's going to commit everything that they have to this. Erster's even on Tracer now. That is an enormous first pick on Otto.
Oh, you're losing all that AoE healing and everything that goes with it. The control is gone, but Poke gets traded, losing Guido though, and now Reign can seem like they want to try and tighten their grasp on this. Baby Bay barely surviving. Only just now goes down, but you have the nano thrown in, and Erster is still here chipping away.
A big anti-heal goes down. The only healer left up was Art anyway. Erster out of Brigitte jail, gets on the Tracer, cleans up the point. That is where the payload will stop.
So right in front of the second point. Quite a bit more progress made there towards the end by the Justice. They'll be feeling good about that because at least now they have a margin for error. Before, with how it was going, they would have had the door shut on them. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll see how the second half plays out. What was shaping up to be a dominant hold by the Atlanta Reign here on your screen turned into quite a bit of progress there for Washington Justice. They actually get that payload all the way up to the second point. So the Reign, perhaps a little frustrated. Seemed like they had a real death grip on them there.
Yeah, they had it, but it was only a matter of time when you're running 3-3 that the other team's going to get ultimate ups eventually. I actually really like the aggressive use of ultimates early on, because then if the other team makes a mistake and they don't use their ultimates properly, it's a full hold right outside of their spawn. So I think Atlanta should be in a pretty good position to take this map. The win condition is, of course, just push the payload further than the team you just defended against, and that's it. That'll be a 2-1 map lead for Atlanta going forward.
The rectangle of victory glowing on the ground.
Yeah, Erster was able to get back. A lot of times you see Tracer in desperation situations because she's ultra mobile. 3 blinks, you have recall to regain your own health pool. You're kind of a rogue agent at that point, and you can clean up so well. She's really good in those uneven situations, not so good in like just a straight up 6v6, but if it's a 3v3 and people are all over the place, you can do a ton of work as Tracer there. See what the Justice have for us on defense. A little unorthodox here. There's a Symmetra as well. So this means a teleporter will come up for the retreat very likely, but this is a super aggressive forward hold.
This is so uncommon. Okay, then, and this is why I'm glad that we have in the stages, between stages, you get different map pools. And so the first one, different set of maps. We didn't really get to see too much Eichenwald. Now, here we go. We get to learn a little bit and see what they've got in store for us. They managed to teleport back to a safer angle, it seems.
It's a teleportation retreat, so that's good for scouting, too. If they just come around the corner, then Washington knows what they're up against. The one thing that is a little bit rough, though, is now you're stuck with a Symmetra. She doesn't have the greatest utility, but hey, I love to be proven wrong. Just teleports in and beams down Dogman.
Just goes aggressive. Everybody in, everybody out. Now, well, long range may be a little lacking, but you are still going to have Otto just farming it up. A lot of pressure being put onto Pokepo, just beaming him. You're right.
I was actually thinking about how Symmetra is a viable hero in a lot of compositions because she's so good at shield cracking. She's really good against bunker comps to get you in a different angle, and then you beam down the shields, and while you're doing damage on the shields, you're not losing ammo, and your beam gets stronger and stronger. So I think in this meta particularly, she's got a place in it. So it's interesting to see Otto run it. So far, the Justice defense working out rather well. A little pressure in the backline from the Sombra, but that'll be shoot away.
But once again, they went for the aggressive teleport play. Taking a bit of a back and forth here. Otto, finding his angles, but it is still Erster up in the skies, and he has got the barrage.
EMP's ready. EMP could ruin this whole kind of setup.
Exactly, if FRD can find a way in. Gonna be looking for it. Nano has been used by Guido, and Arc is gonna get hacked. That's not gonna help things here, and there it is, the barrage over the top. 1 and 2 before he gets picked off, but the damage has been dealt, and the Reign have made a bit of progress on this first point.
A couple of kills. Otto still alive, trying to get something done. I think they're just going to try to stall out as best they can. There are turrets all over this point, too. So while Atlanta has gotten a tick, I think that Washington wants to try to come back in and defend. Everyone's coming out here.
It's looking like it because we got tank mode going now. Point blank. Mines at the door. Excellent there. Popo getting yanked back in, and he gets blown up. Point blank. Air shot. Oh, so close. That would have been sick. But Dogman's going to be forced to use the trance to keep his team in this fight, it looks like.
Erster's on Tracer again, trying to get some work done. Corey gets blasted down by Erster's Tracer. Not over yet, though. They're trading still.
Yeah, they're trading, and they got rid of Masa. So no more mercy. A lot of healing out of it. Dogman gone as well, and it's looking so good. Right now, Erster just trying to do the best he can to keep the pressure on, but he's going to be forced back.
Supercharger down from the Orisa. Amplifies damage as well. Often called bongos. You can see just why. Looks like bongos. Looks like a drum circle about to happen around it, but that's it.
Circle of pain.
They have stabilized here. Corey's on the Soldier 76 for the mobility to be able to run back, but they're nearing a nano boost as well.
Oh, there it is. EMP right over the top. That's a whole lot of hacks. That is brutal. The stick from Erster. 4 kills. No way to defend themselves.
Erster just aced it. 6 kills for him. Final blow-wise. You do not see that very often. Yeah, the pulse bomb's big. His team helped out, but oh my God.
We don't get to see pulses anymore.
You don't get to see aces like that.
Yeah.
6 kills credited Erster.
All right, let's go. Let's see it, Erster. Where did he find his way in? Because this was perfectly timed. Yep, right in the mix as they all back off as a group. It doesn't get any better than that.
I got you. I got you. Thank you very much. My name's Erster. See you later.
I'll be here all night. Reign, though. That was a wake up, but they are going to be moving over the top now. Sansom with the self-destruct. And we lose Pokpo in the mix somehow. Looks like he got stunned by Otto, and with the help of Guido, it's going to go south. So the Justice at least able to take an early fight here. Not let the Reign make too much progress.
It's very good to take these early fights when you switch compositions, as both teams have, because then it gives you the small advantage going forward. As you can see, Giannis already at 75% with an Earth Shatter. Pokpo dying early, sitting at a mere 30.
So once again, stomping their way through here. Shields facing each other. And Baby Bay does have good charge. Yeah, he does have good energy going right now, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage. It's going to be difficult when he's fully beamed up like this to survive. Gets rid of Corey. Relegated to payload duty, though. You need to get that guy in the fight. He should not be there riding the cart.
Well, despite some of the losses from Atlanta, it does seem like Baby Bay and Pokpo are getting themselves on the same page again. That was brilliant right there. He's got charge of his own from his own bubble, but then they call it perfectly. That the shield drops from Pokpo. He gets the allied shield, gives Baby Bay even more energy, and they just walk through second corner unopposed. That white box on the ground, the box of victory, it's all they have to get to win this map and take a lead in the series.
Exactly right. Baby Bay in a great position now. They're eventually going to have to deal with them, and yes, it is just going to be a perfect grab thrown in by Baby Bay. Going to start it off here for his team. He gets killed before he can really take advantage of it, but a monster shatter thrown in. There have to be some kills coming through, and FRD with the hero. D-Max manages to take out the grab. Sound barriers up here for the Justice, but this is all done. Atlanta Reign will succeed.
Well, the question for Atlanta is, where's Dako? FRD keeps playing like that. It's going to be, who's Dako? He eats one. He gets a self-destruct kill as well. Atlanta Reign take the lead.
2-1 in the series. They need 3 to win. We'll see if they can manage to get it.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
There we have it, the Reign on your map. And well, Hex, throughout the break, we were just talking about Earthstream and how sick it is to actually get an ace again. It's been so long.
It's been a long while since we've seen a Tracer come in and just do that. And then he just goes right back to Brigitte. It's fine, I had my moment and I'm back on it. But that's just a clutch play. Everyone groups up, so it's a little bit of luck there too, but you also have to pick your battles. Then the full-on cleanup. I can't remember the last time I saw a full 6 going into the kill feed for one person. That was an enormous play. I mentioned in the pregame that he's got that flexibility. He's just been playing a lot of the Brigitte because he's got a great game sense too, which you have to excel on Brigitte. But Atlanta Reign take that. They are 1 map away as we head to Rialto. This one's pure escort. There's a payload at the beginning of the map. You push it. When you get to these checkpoints here, you get a spawn advantage. Your spawn moves forward. You get some time added. This would be the penultimate checkpoint here as you enter the bridge. And then you enter in our last checkpoint. You get it all the way there. You complete the map. Both teams complete. We'll have at it again.
There you have it. That's a cool design for the statue and everything.
Oh yeah, I mean Venice is beautiful. What do you want?
It's beautiful. Exactly. But it will be the Washington Justice on the defense and a Reign on offense. And we'll see what the Reign have in store for us here. Would be a real shock. Oh, they could potentially run and stick with this composition. Might be just, taking some pot shots real quick, backing off. It's looking like that'll be the case.
Yeah, I think if you want to run snipers, I actually prefer Hanzo on this map, but they are just going to go to a very standard 3-tank, 3-support compositions. Rialto doesn't allow a whole lot of flexibility when it comes to this. It's one of the best maps for 3-3 in the entire game, and not running it usually puts you at a slight disadvantage, so I get it from Atlanta coming out on that.
Yeah, you just got to go for the 3-3. You got to meet it. Hammer and anvil. Let's go. Guido finds a headshot on Baby Bay. That's definitely going to hurt things here for the Reign. And with Corey fully charged up, it's all about backing off. As you can tell, the Reign, as soon as Baby Bay goes down, call the retreat, go for the reset. Don't want to just allow the Washington Justice to keep farming up ult energy for free off of them.
It's kind of interesting where Otto is hanging out here. He's in the back corner, making sure that no one tries to get in on a flank. Of course, he will have the shield bash there to stop him. Now he notices no one coming in there. He's going to rejoin his team, try to flail away. So first corner here. Yep, that's the side that Otto was guarding. They're going to take away high ground here. And it seems like Washington is just going to let them, unless we have a scoop or a boop. And I think we're going to have both. Never mind, they're just going to give it up.
They're just going to go straight on it. Wow, Janus just gets pounded. Instant kill on the main tank for the Justice. That's not going to help things here. The Reign are going to make a lot of progress off of this.
Yeah, they get the trade, though, so both teams without a main tank right now, and I really like that from Atlanta. They had to know that there was going to be a setup to knock them down, and they just didn't give them the chance. Atlanta, and actually most teams, in my opinion, are better when they're aggressive. The outlier being the NYXL, but that's a whole different ballgame with them.
They're still figuring it out exactly. They have their signature styles, but the Reign now have got some ults coming online. And yep, sure enough, Erster doesn't waste any time. Erster with the rally, beefing his team up. That still doesn't save Dogman's life, unfortunately for him. He goes down. But Baby Bay is just doing so much damage.
They would love to hold this Graviton, and they're going to be able to do so thanks to the nice shatter there. They get a couple of kills. Seems like Justice doesn't want to give this up for free, but Baby Bay locks him out of the points.
It's going to cost him. Self-destruct goes up here, though, from Samsung, so he should get a fresh mech. And yep, sure enough, that'll be the case. Reign still hanging on by a thread. Baby Bay looking for an angle here. He is going to be able to meet back up with his tanks, and it's going to be the trance to just go charging in. They know that there is no Grab the Fear on Corey's side just yet, so use it to take the fight to him, and the Justice lose their main tank.
It does seem like Atlanta should be able to pull this fight back just a little bit. Stall on the points. Just the pilot mode diva, not a threat. And they will get this first checkpoint as we enter into the titular bridge of Rialto. That is the Rialto Bridge there in Venice.
Do you actually eventually get this? One more? Yep, there we go.
Yeah, it was 2v1, not really fair.
A tough break there for Corey. He wants to survive to keep that energy going.
You can fight fair or you can fight and win. So those are your options. They take the 2v1 there, now getting a lot of progress here. Rialto's all about corners. A lot of 90-degree turns, a lot of 90-degree angles. So anytime you can take a corner for free, which looks like they're going to get this one right here, and then the next fight will be on the staircase. Atlanta already on the high ground. Washington's going to do their best to take this high ground back. It is the biggest point of contention on this map.
Corey challenging on the point, decides to give it up, and they are going to kind of look for a different angle here on the Justice's side of things. Pokemon's got to be careful. With that Discord on, he's going to take a lot of damage, but he does, keep his wits about him. Just throws the shatter out there into the shield. One of them got stunned, but no follow-up. Transcend, everything just getting thrown into the mix of this fight. We're going to see once the dust settles who is going to be left standing, because they are just trading back and forth. Guido dying to the self-destruct is not going to help things for the Justice on the defense.
Transcendence alive for Atlanta as they continue to push. They have the numbers, and it seems like the retreat signal has been sounded for the Justice. But now they're going to commit a sound barrier into this too as they get reinforcements quickly onto the point. This one ain't over.
Samsung's been demexed though, but this is still possible. Arc going down is going to help Janus as well, and they committed ultimates into the fight on the Justice's side, but all that bought them was a little bit of time, because the Reign will succeed in picking up the second point.
Dogman's living in Zenyatta heaven right now. No one even looked at him during that fight, just sat in and rained the damage in. Gets Guido as a closeout there. Let's take a look at the ultimate situation for both teams. Both teams nearing a Graviton surge. Baby Bay is up already. Now the question is, when you have Gravitons where the Transcendence is at, is it's the hard counter defensively. Both teams nearing that there. So this one's going to be all about execution, and perhaps some divas can matrix some gravitons and make the point all for naught.
Maybe doing a good job right now. It seems like he's getting more and more comfortable on the Zarya. A lot of high energy. The other day when we watched him play, he was struggling, but right now on this map, he's got 70% average energy. That's a monstrous amount of damage that he's able to crank out on demand. And the grab, once again, not eaten, pulled into the pillar. Self-destruct is up, shields are up though, and that's gonna stop it. But the trance is used now by Dogman, trying to keep his team up, trying to allow for Baby Bay to find a kill somewhere. Otto's out on a limb, but he's not gonna fall. Instead, it's Janus getting focused down by the rain.
Yeah, Giannis gets out of position just a little bit, perhaps forced out of position, and that is huge for them. No shields, no big tank. Time to get pushed back to spawn, but we're only 4 meters away. Dogman continues to pound on Zenyatta. 2 quick kills. It's just Otto on the point. Giannis comes back and comes flying past the point. That is a full Rialto completion for the Atlanta Reign.
3 points. Gone the distance. Now it's on the Washington Justice, who have been just struggling. They're trying to find it, you know? That's how, I'm trying to find a nice way to put it, you know, where it's just like, hey, it's a real struggle. But the Justice still have a lot of work. It's not over yet. They can still run it back. And we'll see if they're capable of it.
I mean, he's been a kind of a punching bag on the Justice since the inception of the team. This team was built around the former NYXL GM, or manager, and wizard. And he brought over his good friend Giannis. And Giannis dies a lot. Just straight up dies a lot. Now, I don't know if that's the rest of his team not protecting him, if he's not getting support. It looked like when they got their first victory that they'd figured out a little bit. That Giannis is going to play this way, and we have to play around him. But he's got 7 deaths on Rialto. And they didn't look pretty. And it's really rough to win fights when you lose your main tank. Obviously, in 3-3, losing any part of it is bad, but there's kind of an order of operations of losing your Zarya hurts, losing your Brigitte hurts, and main tanks hurt. You can win fights if you're down to support, and you can gut it out,
yes.
But those are really key pieces, and maybe he has to adjust his playstyle, maybe his team needs to adjust his playstyle around him, but something's got to give. Otherwise, the Justice are going to really have a hard time finding wins this year.
I'm glad you mentioned the Zarya, you know, at least in terms of winning fights. Zarya seems to be almost the most important just because so much damage and utility, and of course the grab. So keep your eyes on Baby Bay. He's been sticking to the Zarya quite a bit.
I think
one of the key players here.
Statistically, team fight wins are mostly Zarya. If she dies first, you're just not going to win. I believe Brigitte might be right behind that one. And then it should be about Reinhardt. We'd have to ask our master statisticians here. But this is it for Washington. Either complete the map or go home with another L.
A little like it. I mean, it seems like they're going to be sticking to it for now at least, but the Justice, we've seen this strategy from him before. Guido needs to kind of step up on the Hanzo, but Otto and Corey have shown themselves very capable. All right, now the Raiden just trying to find a way to dodge the damage. Otto already at 50% up towards his barrage. Keeps hitting direct rockets like this, it's going to go fast, and then it's going to get nasty. Arc got slept as well, and it looks like FRD was able to catch on and take care of it. That's going to send the Washington Justice back to spawn, sadly for them.
Have to go. Just to reiterate our last point, Zarya is the worst, Zenyatta is the second worst to lose, and then Reinhardt, third worst. You're not winning team fights when you lose those.
Mace to the face.
Oh, no. So, we don't say that around here. You hear it enough on ladder.
Really?
Yeah, play some ladder.
Get out of here. Dogman, though. You know it's all about the DM.
Yeah, you're all that widow DM.
Yes. All right, so moving on in. Dragons on through. Right through the angle. Easy dodge. Baby Bay with the bubble. Going to get some free energy. Thank you very much. And then where was that? Janus just went the pound on Baby Bay. That's not good. That's not going to help things here for the Reign.
Quite literally a pile driver. They've got the barrage if they need it, but I'd like to see them hold it. Although Corey going down hurts a little bit as far as pressure-wise, but it should be a cleanup.
Ah, there it is. Otto and Guido working hand in hand. Guido really starting to hit his stride on the Hanzo. Was looking a little dicey on Eichenwald earlier. But in terms of ults, quite a few to work with here on the side of the Washington Justice. Those check marks are the ultimate abilities coming online that these teams are farming up. These players are farming up.
The Dragon Strike arrow could be so good too, or when they get to fighting on the bridge here.
Well, Justice, I mean, they have everything on the line here. They're the ones who are behind in this series, 2-1 in favor of the Reign.
That's enormous.
That's a big kill.
The self-destruct came out, and Diva's in pilot mode. And Corey hits the shot to make sure she can't remech. Perfect kill. They can EMP here. EMP charges fast enough. Just guarantee you win the fight. There it is.
There it is. Don't think he managed to clip everybody, but it's going to be enough. It seems perhaps one kill goes down. That's Dogman out. Rest of his team on Dogman's side are hanging in there, but Babybay goes down to the Dragon, perfectly placed on the side of Guido.
Yeah, that Dragon was going to be a problem from the get-go. Corey with the cleanup there. Little style point there on Pokpo, as Washington Justice will capture first point as they attempt to cross the Rialto Bridge. And I believe they will get it for free based on how the defenders died. They're not in position to defend at the bridge.
There's going to be a little bit of a delay, and this seems to be really the game plan here, Washington. Taking to the damage dealers to kick off the map, and once they find a little bit of success, boom, go into the 3-on-3. And well, they are getting cut up here because Pokepo's decided to just go angry right. Does manage to chuck Corey into the Drake. Addo as well. And now Pokepo, he's looking for more. More stagger kills. Guido gets caught out in the open.
Oh, I wanted him to get the ace. That'd be 2 aces for Atlanta in a single match. Gets 5 though is the Winston. That's pretty good.
So close. The Justice sent packing. 3 minutes on the clock.
But see, Atlanta's so good at this. This is exactly what happened in Eichenfeld too. When Washington switches their composition, Atlanta says, okay, what else do we have? Because they don't have any. They don't have anything. How can we punish them? Arc gets antied and deleted. Ironically to the arc of the Tesla cannon.
Hey, buddy. I mean, perfect cleave here for Pokepo. He used Primal in the last fight. He's already up to 62%. That's the beauty of that. Having that nano there to help you, to make you tougher to take down.
Arc gets antied again and barely lives.
Arc is having a rough time right now. Not really the best game for him so far, but we'll see if he can get it going for himself here before the end. Guido gets anti-nailed now. It's going to make life difficult for him with that trance.
I got another Primal up for Pokepo. He's just putting in work.
Well, at this point, I mean, the Justice, what needs to happen? I guess just play patient until you can get some ults going. Otto's got the rally now, beefing his team up. Janus, he was put to sleep, but now he's back up. Instant focus there on the side of Babybay. And he does remove Masa, but will pay for it with his life.
Finally gets Masa there, but Arc's able to take down Pokepo, so his reign of King Kong terror is over, at least for the moment.
Thing is that...
Yeah, just still fighting on the bridge. It's so dangerous because there's so many displacement heroes. Arc's trying to knock people into the water.
Yeah, exactly. Nearly got taken out by Arster, but it will be the cleanup here on the side of the Justice without Pokepo there to be a threat.
Finally across the bridge. 90 seconds remain for them to get to the second checkpoint here, get an extension on their clock, and keep their hopes in this series alive. Got some tools to work with. Sam has self-destruct. They've got the defensive tools they need against a Graviton Surge and Transcendence and Sound Barrier.
Arc needs to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to give it up for free here. And already the rain. Still trying to figure out exactly where they're coming from. It is going to be Pokepo doing what he does best, which is jump in there, hopefully not die. But the Sound Barrier, well timed by Masa, keeping him alive, allowing him the time to get the heals in, but Erster somehow gets caught.
Yeah, they use the Transcendence instead of the Sound Barrier there, so it's a little bit interesting. I almost would have preferred Arc to Sound Barrier, but hey, whatever's clever, whatever works, they get all the kills that they need. Guido is able to keep everybody alive with Transcendence. Now you have to hold Sound Barrier for if you get Gravitons, which actually, you know, thinking back on it, that's probably the smart defensive play when the other team's running an Ana, because the Transcendence completely gets shut down, although, yeah. The Transcendence gets completely shut down by an anti-heal. Sound Barrier does not.
Exactly.
It's a really smart play, actually.
Have to be careful here if you're on the side of the rain, though. Do not want to get split up by Janus. And Babybay dropping low. Not too much of the focused heals here. And they are trying to put up a fight on the side of the rain. There's a grab thrown out, and that was a desperation one that will pay no dividends. Arc goes up somehow again to a self-destruct, but this is a one fight for the Justice. They're going to be able to cruise through and pick up the second point, now on their way to the third.
90 seconds on the clock for them to do just that. They have to finish this map. Giannis is going to go over to the Reinhardt as the corridor closes down in this last area. A little less room for Winston to have jumpy playtime here. And they still have this self-destruct. Still very good ultimate economy for the Justice. Time to rally in. They do just that. Erster down first.
Dies immediately. Erster's been out there a bit on his own, gets punished for it, and that is the Justice just plowing through the defense, and they're on the home stretch now, Hex. This is looking grim for the Rain. Hardly have anything to work with going into this fight. 84% on the Sound Barrier from Masa, and are they even going to be able to touch? No! Erster! not able to get his body on that point to contest. They're tied up 3-3.
It was all Washington there. They really started looking like a coordinated team, using their alt economy very good. Do you like Rialto? We're going to do it again in just a second.
And so, moving in, Washington Justice, because they were able to pick up 3 points and tie it up with the Reign, they will get 1 minute, they will be on offense, and they will get a final push here to see how far they can get that payload. The Reign, not really changing anything up by the looks of things.
For the first push, not all for nothing there for Atlanta, as they have more time in their time bank as they completed it quicker. You see 2 minutes and 30 seconds for them. Right now, it's just all about the defense for Atlanta, trying to hold this payload to a very brief progress bar. And Washington quite literally sticking to their guns. We've got DPS coming out here. We've got a Pharah in the sky. We've got Corey on the Widowmaker, a Sniper, and a Rocket Queen, respectively.
Oh, that's a tough thing there for Corey. Such a hard target to hit. He was connecting earlier. Headshot, but not fully charged. Baby Bay able to get out of dodge by the looks of things. And Giannis is now going to try and find the high ground, looking for it. There's the slam. And he squeaks his way back out.
That's really tough to lose Sansam early, though, because you're only going to get one attempt at this, a big team fight with ultimates. And Sombra's ultimate charges really fast. It doesn't charge when you're in spawn, though.
Yeah.
This could have been an EMP coming closer to online now. It should be at about 70, and it's at about 40 right now. Nice kill, though.
That's a big one. Dogman out of it is going to help things here. Otto on high with the barrage. Going to be looking to just bring the pain at a moment's notice. Could go for it if he wanted to, but Corey goes down. Baby Bay finds Otto before he can use the barrage.
That's brutal. They lost all of their damage dealers. Now what are you going to do? The EMP is a desperation mode tactic. Meanwhile, Urster's mopping up. Giannis is all alone on this point. They respawn right there, though, so maybe they can get some reinforcements.
Yes, it's all about the Reign surviving. But with the sound barrier used, that's a lot of health to work with. Dogman got the boost out. Otto insta-slept. Tries to go for the barrage. He's not having it. Baby Bay, though, still alive and still melting faces, and that's going to be it. The Reign halting the payload's progress on just the other side of the bridge.
It's going to be a very tough task for the Washington Justice to match that defense. You know, I got to say, Dogman, he's had his moments on Zen. His Ana looks really good today. Really solid stuff.
He's getting solid sleeps when he needs it. You know that that's what he's thinking as well. Like, that is the sleep dart I have to hit instantly.
No, it's because I watched him before he was in the Overwatch League, and I saw mostly Zenyatta stuff, but his Ana has been good. And you can't play in this league if you only have one hero. So it's really important. He gets the boost out there. Justice takes a nap.
Yep. Instant. Perfect work. Doing everything right now, Dogman. Bit quiet today, though, but
maybe that's what they need, though, you know, because he is so emotional. He does get so happy when they win and so down when they lose. Maybe just, you know, mellow out a little bit.
Right. Well, if that's what works. It's a bit of a shame, though. I do like the like the shouty Dogman, but there you go.
I like when he shouts at the other team. I'm not a big fan when he shouts at fans.
That
might be a little bit of a reach.
So let's see, what do we got in store for us here on the side of the Reign? They are obviously on offense. They get to change things around at the drop of a hat. Washington Justice, though, sticking to their guns. Going back to 3-3 here for the defense.
Yeah, there's no other way to run this defense when you have to defend so close. Right over the first bridge. We'll see what Atlanta wants to run here. They have all the options in the world to be able to switch to anything they want. It does seem like the most traditional 3-3 that we've seen. Reinhardt, D.Va, Zarya, Zen, Brigitte, Lucio.
Yep.
That's the 3-3 of origin status.
And you can see, red rectangle of victory is right there. Payload is not far away in Atlanta. This is match point for them. If they can lock this down, that's it. They've won the series.
A single kill could do it. Otto falls very low. Giannis sends him Otto all down and gone. That's it. That's over. That's your match.
That is the job done here for the Atlanta Reign. They get 3 wins. And that is going to be a big one over here. Washington Justice are the ones who are still struggling to find the solution.
They do break their losing streak. They stop the skid. They're able to get back to neutral, at least at this point. And they needed it desperately. I can't imagine what would have happened to the Atlanta Reign had they lost to the Justice this day. However, the silver lining for your Washington squad is that they do show signs of improvement. They've shown that they're not stubborn in sticking with things that don't work. And Corey is a standout player for them.
He definitely had a chance to shine today. You get him mechanically gifted players on these heroes that are just about aim. And there you go. He gets kills. 14 final blows is what he finishes the map with. So solid work on his side.
We did break the literal caster curse, though, as every game we've casted of Atlanta, they have lost. No longer the case. We are no longer the bad luck charm. However, we do have Mika on the floor with Baby Bay.
Thanks, guys. Everybody give a round of applause for Baby Bay. That's what I like to hear. So congratulations. This is your first win on your new team. So how have you been settling in so far?
Well, we've only had like 2 weeks worth of practice now, like to this day, and you know, it was a little bit rough at first, you know, but the potential is there. Like we definitely have like streaky moments where you can tell we could be a really good team. But then, you know, you have like Paris first point where we just get first held, right? So there's a bunch of small things we need to work on, but it's working.
And in general, what would you say that would be your key to success? Because we want to see you killing it in the rest of the stage, and as we go on to the finals, the big finals. So what do you have to do?
Yeah, we just got to keep working on like our team chemistry. That's pretty much it. Like that's all it is. This is like a very team-oriented meta. Not one person can carry, so that's what we're focusing on. And I'm focusing on not getting my grabs in. So yeah.
Those are some good things to focus on, and we look forward to seeing them as we continue. And that's all we have for right now. Back up to the casters.
Oh, so fresh. So fresh, baby.
I disapprove. I actually blame the fan who did it first, and then Baby.
He's following.
I will call security on you, Dabbers.
Listen, I do like
They'll do
that. I
nothing,
do like
but
the fan in the background though, with the damage is coming sign.
DPS is coming.
Yes, it is. All right, so player of the match, Hex. This is going to be it. Who are we going to see from the winning team? Presented by Owen by HP. Arster.
Damage is coming. I talk about his Brigida being so good, this stage in particular. When you try to run damage against Atlanta, he's so good on Brigida, he just shuts down your damage dealers because he knows how to play damage dealers. This Tracer play was clutch at the end here. Another huge Tracer play. Sticks 4, cleans up 4. You know, it's really nice to see people playing the logo. You know, the logo of the Overwatch League is our girl Tracer, and he crushed it in the brief time he played on it. Look at that, 153, 9 final blows, 11 limbs. That's insanity.
You got an ace, you know, that takes you a long way, but
Great
I'm sure that he was
too.
Exactly right. Come on. Gonna get some skins, you know, use those tokens, guys. But I mean, you gotta give it to him. Guys, we have to say goodbye to our Disney viewers, but for those of you tuned in on the ESPN app and Twitch, New York Excel versus the Florida Mayhem. Next match coming right up.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Toyota, official North American partner of the Overwatch League. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, man, what's up?
You need anything for today?
Nah, man, I think I'm set. Big day today, man? Yeah, huge. Let's play some Overwatch.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Overwatch League here from lovely sunny Los Angeles. My name is Mitch Leslie here with Matt DiMirello. What a day it's been so far. It all starts off with Liverpool beating Chelsea, amazing. Then incredible Overwatch games, and then of course a fantastic TV premiere afterwards. But this match is one I'm looking forward to because I want to see just how teams rebuild in times of trouble. You know, I mean, Matt's like, where's the silver lining here?
You got New York versus Florida.
It's definitely a little bit of a mismatch on paper here, but there are definitely silver linings for the Mayhem now going forward.
Look, Florida is rebuilding. They told us that they're rebuilding this roster, making it better, and it's not going to happen quickly. You see the remaining schedule here for Stage 2. A lot of tough games: NYXL, the Gladiators, Dragon's Fuel.